Hello, my fellow humans, and welcome back to another daily dice where we ask the dice what your message is for the day. If this is resonating, make sure you hit that thumbs up button down below, comment, subscribe, set that notification bell, knowing that this allows me to intimately connect with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into your daily dice and find out what is the message for my fellow humans today, Source. What is the message for my fellow humans? What do they need to know? What would you like them to know? What's going on for my fellow humans? Daily dice, Source. So we've got first house, Sun, and Leo. A lot of fire energy coming in. A lot of fire. Okay, so this has to do with yourself, especially with the first house and the Sun coming out. You know, Leo is a very self-centered sign. Not in a bad way. They're just very much about themselves and making themselves loud and known and dramatic. And, you know, I know a lot of people are like, Leos are terrible. No, Leos are not terrible. Back up, y'all. They're the brave hearts of the zodiac, right? They love deeply. But they also love to be the center of attention. They're ruled by the sun. Can you blame them? Hello, the sun, the world revolves around the sun. Okay? Let's think about that for just a second here. So, with that, this is all about focusing on self today. What do you need to do to really connect with yourself? This is your thought process. This is how you're approaching the world. Is there something that you've been trying to change that maybe it's been consistent for you, like it's been a pattern that you're not able to get rid of? And so today is all about asking yourself, what can I do? What can I do to change this about myself? There's a new beginning on the horizons here, okay? But you have to be willing to play around with the ideas that are coming to you and the inspirations that are coming to you and not feeling so rigid. Today we're getting out of that earth energy. We're really leaning into the passion of fire and letting it transform us through burning away that old, hectic, chaotic, type paradigm that's been holding us back, right? And really leaning into this creative, fun energy and like taking action on that passion that's coming through. Have you been holding off starting a business? Why? And today is not about sitting in this place of pitying self. Today is all about saying, you know what? I want to start that business, so I'm just going to do the first thing I need to do, and that is XYZ. Right? Or have you been holding off talking to someone? Today's the day to take action towards that. Right? This is all about allowing your charisma to come through, being confident and being proud of your confidence, not in an egotistical way. This is just really truly saying, you know what? I'm finally taking action for myself. Because for so long, you've been in this place of letting your emotional ego dictate where you're going rather than leaning into the warm energy that's within you, having fun, allowing your happiness to show here, right? The sun is all about warm energy. Instead of being cold today, allow yourself to experience the warmth that you offer to others, right? If you love others deeply, how can you love yourself today? How can you really be individually with yourself? How can you work on your identity, right? And an identity is not something that we're necessarily trying to rid ourselves of, which is something they do talk about in the spiritual community. We need to get rid of ego, so we get rid of our identity. But our identity is actually what makes us human. Like, we have these things, but it doesn't mean that we're so stuck on something that we've identified with for so long. Like, if you think about where you're at now, what you identified with when you were 5 has greatly changed to this day. So our identity does change. But what it does give us an opportunity to do is to look at, who do I really want to be in the world? Do I want to be someone that's kind, that's compassionate, that's caring, that's loving? And all those things that you wish to be, the question then comes to, how do I give that to myself so that I have the full capacity to be that light in another person's life? Okay? So we're asking ourselves these questions. We're focusing on self today because self is the important thing today. And no, it's not selfish. Okay, that's not selfish to focus on self. In fact, it's necessary, especially on the spiritual journey. It is necessary to focus on self so that you can love others fully and completely. So we did have 2 cards come out. I was only going to get 1, but since 2 cards came out, let's see what they are. So we have the 5 of coins, and the 5 of coins in my deck talks about a big change is coming. Okay, so there is something that's about to change in your life, but you're really focused on how it's been in the, like, this is like focusing on where it's at right now, like what's right in front of you. Yes, it is good to be present, but you also have all these other ideas that are trying to come through that you're not yet seeing, that you're not yet privy to, because you're just like, oh, well, this is where things are right now. And so this is like allowing yourself to really sit with your higher self today, really sit within and let that come to you. Let those inspirations come to you and have fun. This could really mean going and doing your favorite thing today. Is that going to a movie? Is that going out to the park? Is that going to the lake, to the beach? Is that going to the mountains and really doing something that you love to do today? Is that playing music, singing, dancing, whatever it is? It's different for everybody. Look, and then we have the Queen of Wands coming out here. Again, fiery energy. First house is ruled by Aries. This is an Aryan energy coming through here. This is about you overcoming those ideas that are just too small for your journey right now. You've just outgrown a paradigm. Something that's been holding on by its tooth and nail. And it's like when you sit with self and you sit with your higher self, you're going to realize that it's not as hard to let go of as you may have once thought it was. Maybe in the past this was a huge identity for you, but now it's no longer your identity, and you're realizing that, and that's what comes from sitting with self today, allows you to really observe this in its depth. And to observe yourself. Observe yourself. Look, we have 8th house coming out here. Transformation, karma, facing fears and legacies. Yes. So there is a huge transformation that's coming. That's what this something large looms near energy is. Something is about to change for you. And it does come with really facing something that maybe has been a huge fear in the past, but isn't. This could be, the example they're giving me is like if you want to sing in front of people, maybe you've been so afraid to sing in front of people because you thought you were going to mess up. And realizing that that's what it is to be human, is to mess up, but that doesn't make you less of a good singer. And so now today, maybe you're brave enough to sing in front of a group. That's just an example, so take it as it resonates. But this is what I do have for you. If it resonates, leave me a thumbs up. I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. Until next time, though, stay human. Bye.